Happy Friday. This is good framing. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well. I don't know why, but I am freezing. Like, I literally am having the hardest time getting warm. I don't know why. I'm trying to, I don't know what I gotta do. And like wiggle. Wiggle. I need to like wiggle to get warmer or something. It's weird. It's very weird. It's very weird. But here we are. Here we are. Oh. I wasn't even trying to like make that noise. I'm just really cold. Really very cold. But anyway, how y'all feeling? Messages are popping apparently. How y'all feeling? Whoo, it's cold. I do not understand. I do not understand why it's so cold. Why so cold? And that's the crazy part about moving to LA from Chicago. I should not be this cold. I should not be this cold. Like, I should be used to it. But I am. I'm cold. I'm not beating the allegations at all. Oh, excuse me. Woo. Definitely not beating the allegations at all. Hey. How you doing? What's going on? Hello. Welcome into the live. Happy Friday. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Almost ain't make it, honey. My pajamas was looking good. They were looking really good. And I was saying to myself, like, ooh, I could just lay down. And I did lay down. And I was under a cover. It's really a miracle that I got up. But thanks to excuse me, y'all. Thanks to Alexa. Alexa had woke me up and said, you finally caught alive. What's up, Seth? You just woke up from a nap? Listen, it's the weekend. It's a long weekend. Happy MLK Day weekend. I had gone over, not gone over. I had gone over there and laid down, and I was under the covers. And I made sure to set an alarm for the live. And Alexa told me, wake your behind up. And the thing was, I wasn't even asleep. I just needed to, I was just trying to get warm and get cozy. But I knew as soon as my body temperature warmed up, I was going to be out like a light. Okay? I was going to be out like a light. I literally need to go to bed. I'm yawning so much. I'm sorry. Hey, welcome to the live. Happy Friday. How y'all feeling? Y'all excited for the weekend? You have any fun plans? Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna take a mini road trip. If I can get some good sleep tonight, I think my plans for tomorrow morning just got canceled. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and sleep in, get up. I'll probably do the live before I go. Or I do the live from the road. I'll pull over and do the live from the road, because why not? And then I will, have my little road trip. Of course, I'll shoot content so that y'all see where I'm going. Drive to Oregon. Oh, no. Hey, this is my first true live, or your first time here. What's up? How you doing? Welcome. Drive to Oregon is nuts. Yeah. I mean, it's not that actually. I guess Oregon is not too bad of a drive. I know people who go back and forth or whatever, but the way I'm yawning, y'all be just seeing me on the news. All right, that's enough. I'm doing a scary thing tomorrow. I'm taking a dance class. Yes! Yes. I just love that. Come on, dance class. I'm looking forward to getting back to my dance class next week. My teacher was like, all right, it's time to learn the choreo for the first song and then the song that I picked. So I got to step my game up and make sure that I'm doing, what I need to be doing. Oh, child. I don't know where all these yawns are coming from. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. It's cold there. In Oregon? I bet it is. The thing is, it's not even that. It's not cold. Like, I literally was sweating today walking outside in LA. I was sweating. But it drops like a good 30 degrees at night here. That's people be like, oh, the LA weather is perfect. Y'all got the perfect weather. This is why you drive. This is why you move to LA. LA weather is bipolar. Okay, LA weather is very wishy-washy. It's giving situationship. I want you, I don't want you. That's what it's giving. And that's probably why I just do not like it that much. I'm still trying to figure out if I like LA enough to stay. So far, I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a couple months to figure out if I'm going to stay here or if I'm just going. I don't know. Can I? Lord have mercy, let me not say that. I don't know where I want to go, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out life. Getting a new water heater installed because my old one kicked the bucket. Oh, been there. Listen, adulting is so ghetto. Hello from Iowa. What's up? 7 for the high tomorrow? No, thank you. No, you know what? Let me stop complaining because it's at least 40 degrees outside right now. Let me stop complaining. My bad. This is my baby mama. Hilarious. It's 80 degrees in San Diego. I'm actually planning, so the road trip I'm taking, I'm like 80% sure I'm going to San Diego tomorrow, so we'll see. Hi, welcome to the live. Here in Kansas, one day it will be 25 and snowing, the next day it'll be 75 and sunny. That would make me want to fight. It would make me want to fight. I would want to throw hands. Because what do you mean? It's situationship. Absolutely. What do you mean? Huh? How do I have a winter coat, boots and socks, boots with the fur, and then the next day I'm in shorts and a tank? Absolutely not. No. Hello from Michigan. Listen, I do love Michigan though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love going to the distilleries and not distilleries. Distilleries? Yeah, distilleries and the wineries and all of that. Michigan got some good stuff up there. They got some good pie. Okay? I love it. I love it. Boots with the fur, okay? Apple bottom jeans and all. There you go. You picking up what I'm putting down. I love that for us. Yes, yes. Good times. Very, very good times. I certainly enjoy it for sure. Anyway, so if you are just joining the live for the first time, welcome. My name is Crystal, and I do mostly comedic content, but I also am very, I almost made the joke, but y'all probably wouldn't get it. I was about to say eclectic. But I do mostly comedic content, but I'm a mental health advocate. It's why I do comedy, because I believe in helping people with their mental health. I do dating and divorce content because I am divorced and dating. God help me. And I do lifestyle and everything because, you know, I'm just a girl and I be out here living life and doing things. Yes, so, you know, things be happening. I be doing things and whatnot. What is happening here? What y'all talking about? I want to laugh. What y'all saying? It's a lot happening right now. I don't know what's going on. Mother Nature just don't care no more. Spinning the wheel. And she don't. She really don't, okay? Oh, y'all got the joke about eclectic. Cool. Yes. Baby, let me tell you something. That's CTE with CTEing, okay? It was CTE. And I had my Yay Sports cup today. Speaking of, let me give you the tea. So, I don't know if y'all realize, because I said this before, I'm doing the boyfriend application, you know, content or whatever. It's fun. I'm having a good time. It's interesting. It's a little overwhelming, but it's fun. So I don't know if y'all realized that it was gonna be multiple rounds to this. It's not just one person, you know, 3 people out of all, like there are multiple rounds. And so the round 2 video dropped today. Make sure y'all go over there and y'all vote who gets the second virtual coffee date. But I had the first one today, and I had my yay sports. Whole time the guy is not really even into sports, which is cool. We had a good time. We had a great conversation. I'm gonna drop the full date on bonus view. I'll probably post the clip. It was very nice. I was thoroughly surprised. You know, I had all the applicants drop a picture, but like I wasn't expecting what I saw. Nice looking guy, and very, very sweet. The conversation was great. It was very interesting. Y'all are gonna be really shocked when y'all hear what he had to say, because I was shocked. And it's funny because he literally was like, I bet you, I'm gonna tell you something. I bet you when I tell you this, nobody else in your life has ever told you this. And he was right. I was flabbergasted. I was lost for words. And you know, that rarely happens because I'm a yapper. I like to yap, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, dating is very ghetto right now. But yeah, it was very interesting. Had a very fun time, very respectful. He definitely was exactly, y'all voted on a good one, okay? He was exactly who he said he was. Very, very kind guy. So I enjoyed that conversation for sure. Hey, Chris, I gone silent. Listen, I was quiet. I didn't have no words, okay? I was flabbergasted, but it was a good time. It was a good time. So, let me see, we'll give you something new. Oh, for round 2, he is older. Yes, I think he's over 50. Now, here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, this is a fun experiment. I'm not putting too much pressure on the boyfriend application. It's just a fun experiment. My expectations are very low when it comes to like actually being in a relationship. Because let's be real, like I'm not auditioning people, you know what I'm saying? And like, that was just a questionnaire to make for good conversation and to make sure that I know that people are engaged, and also to get permission to, you know, talk about it and film it and all those things. So it was good. It was really good. Dating in real life though is interesting as well, which I'll probably talk a little bit more about once I'm not annoyed, which, you know, again, it's not all bad. There have been some really great moments. There's also been a lot of really annoying moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, never did I imagine getting divorced and being ghosted as much as I do. That's just weird. And the thing is, like, have I ever ghosted someone? Yeah, I'm not proud of that. Typically, though, what ends up happening is conversations taper off. So it's not so much like if they reach out, I just don't respond, except for like people who are rude or who aggressively push my boundaries and don't take no for an answer, then yes, I'm just done talking to you. But something's going perfectly fine and then people just disappear. That's weird. And it happens a lot. And it's enough to make you be like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. But I really be trying to like keep my, you know, I've been trying to keep my what do I want to call it? My mojo going. And it's really, some days it's hard. Some days it's harder than others. I'm just saying. Uh-oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Sounds like, okay. Go with it. Oh, really? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Dating in real life is scary. It can be. I made a joke. I went on a date recently and I made a joke because I allowed him to drive me. And we hit this spot, this long stretch of road where we had no cell service. Neither one of us had cell service. And I said, man, it would be really crazy if you were a serial killer. Why would I say that? Like, why would I? Of course I said that. Of course I said that. And he was just like, that would be weird. And I was like, oh, I made it weird, didn't I? Thankfully, he had a good sense of humor. He was fine with it. But in my mind, I was like, nah, Crystal, why would you say that? That's just, what are you doing? But like in that moment, Because that's the first thing that came to my mind. He could throw me off the side of this mountain. I wouldn't know. Would nobody know? I don't have no cell service. Ain't no, like, who coming to get me? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Why would I say that? So, like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe that I'm the reason why I'm single, because I don't be taking nothing seriously. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's weird. But we're having a good time. You know, I had a good chuckle. And spoiler alert, I ain't die. So we still here. Intrusive thought came. Listen, it escaped my lips before I could stop it. And I was just like, oh, huh. Well, that's strange. I said it though. And part of me wanted to know how he would react, because, like, you know, I'd be watching the Criminal Minds and I'd just be like, well, you know, if he would have started acting weird, what was I gonna do at that point though? Because my phone, I done had no bars. It was SOS, and I couldn't even send a SOS. I mean, I could call the cops, but, like, how they gonna get to us? How they gonna get to me? It's too late. I'm already in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a lot of questions. So in that moment, if he would have turned around and be like, why, yes, and locked the doors, I'd have been stuck. Whole time, stuck. Wouldn't know what to do. I don't know. It's just weird. What? Tuck and dive? Child, I would have been gone before the ground, okay? Because it was literally road, mountain, just decline. I'd have been gone. There was no tuck and dive. It was tuck and unalive. That's what it was. A pocket. Come on, okay. Yes, for sure. I got one. I don't know if it's in my bag or not. But, like, you know, I've been trying short kings lately. Because in my mind, like, at the very least, if you turn out to be a psycho, I could just toss you real quick. Like, do one of just drop you back there, let the coyotes or something get you. You know what I'm saying? Get your home, girl. People have my location, but, like, it would have just been a general area. But I usually let people know. I usually just let people know, Yana, you're about to get me started. What you mean? I usually just let people know that that I'm going somewhere. So just in case, I'm like, if you don't hear from me by such and such time, you put out an APB. I love you too. Thank you. I needed that. I need a short king because I'm also short. Listen, I like them tall. I really do. I like them tall. But unfortunately, the tall ones be acting weird sometimes. And you just kind of gotta let them be. I think it's because they got different oxygen up there, maybe. Not all of them, but some of them, they oxygen got to be different. Because why are you acting strange? You know, but the short kings been winning. For whatever reason, the short kings have been winning. And I appreciate that. Sometimes you got to give a short king a try. I don't know. I ain't even going to hold you. I also been dating. I've been dating outside. I've been outside. You know what I'm saying? And it's been interesting. It ain't been bad. It ain't been, I like a little milk in my coffee. What can I say? Ain't been bad. You know, I don't discriminate. I want to go where I'm loved. And so far, a lot of the love coming from over here. Not a whole lot over here. That don't mean that, you know, I'm just like a no, but I'm just, you know, I don't know. We got to go where we loved. And right now, I'm getting a lot of love from over here. You know, I don't know what's going on with that side. I don't know. But, you know, we seeing what happens. We popping outside. People's social skills are weird. They really are. I don't know. Listen, sometimes you got to have some milk. I'm lactose intolerant, but there's almond milk. I don't know why y'all be listening to me. I just be saying stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh. They are overconfident. They think the height gives them a pass. Sometimes, you know, I know some really kind, tall kings. But the ones, child, I done met a lot of them that just make me scratch my head and be like, you got that Enclecta too? Because I really think, listen, Enclecta about to be a thing. And whenever I feel like I see that, I be like, that Enclecta all over you. You Enclecta. You're Enclecta. I see it. Yes. I believe it. Yes. I mean, like, I'm not going to hold you, though. I would like a tall king. because I can't reach stuff. I need at least a strong king. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed today I was walking, I went on an incline, ain't nothing pop out at me. There was nothing in the way. I just started drifting, almost fell over. That's how I roll. Literally, because I just be rolling sometimes. They be hating, but I be rolling because I'm a little clumsy. And I need somebody that's going to be able to scoop me on up. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like ice cream on a Sunday. You know what I mean? No, but that sounds lovely. I'm going to have to put that on the list. Yes, I'm going to put that on the list. Hilarious. Not this emoji. Hilarious. Speaking of emojis, I just discovered I'm going to put some more for all the members. I'm adding better emojis because I looked at them and they weren't showing up the way that I want them to. So y'all stay tuned. I'm about to give y'all some fun emojis. You just wait. Okay. Now, I've been yapping for 20 minutes. Let's get into this 40-day sugar fast. If you are new here, I am reading the 40-day sugar fast by Wendy Speak because I realized that I was running to sugar with my problems and gaining weight and holding weight and all the things. And I'm just trying to get my life together. So, I am on day 12, and day 12 is called Food Triggers. And the scripture of the day is Psalm 139, 20 through 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. And Wendy says, oh, this is a longer one. Okay, we all good. Wendy says, in 2016, my friend Amber Leah and I were ministering online to overwhelmed moms who were struggling with anger. In our private Facebook group, Amber and I shared biblical, practical parenting advice and told our stories of our own challenges with our kids. One day we asked a simple question: what are your triggers? There was no need to define what a trigger was. These moms knew. Within an hour, hundreds of women responded. When my kids talk back, when they whine, sibling rivalry. Ooh, that word is tearing me up today. Sibling rivalry. Why can't they get their shoes on and get in the car? Nap time, bedtime, dinner time, my messy house, my messy life. Amber and I didn't try to teach those moms how to train their kids to behave better so they wouldn't get angry. Instead, we focused on our need to submit our triggered hearts to the gentle lordship of Jesus Christ. Only then can our triggers lose their tight hold on our hearts. After months of addressing each trigger one at a time, Amber and I published a book which we aptly titled Triggers: Exchanging Parents' Angry Reactions for Gentle Biblical Responses. I share this now to convey that I understand what it means to be triggered internally by our emotions and triggered externally by our circumstances. Most of us have food triggers as well. When our triggers are out of control, so is our eating. As a matter of fact, the National Institute for Mental Health has confirmed that binge eating is the most common eating disorder in America today. Even if we don't consider ourselves clinical cases, I bet we can each put a finger on a trigger or two that sets us off and causes us to eat compulsively or emotionally. Perhaps your food trigger is your sensitive feelings, and you use food to comfort yourself each time you feel wronged or angry. Or maybe your trigger is a desperate desire to feel loved or the memory of a past hurt. Food triggers abound, but we need wisdom to know which ones have mastery over us. I often pray Psalm 139 when asking the Lord to give me spiritual vision to pinpoint my own food triggers. I ask him to search me, acknowledging that he knows me better than I know myself. He made me and I am his, hurts, habits, and all. He isn't angry with me, but loves me unconditionally. He wants to heal me from unhealthy eating, living, and thinking, so I invite him to reveal anything that's harmful or offensive in me that he wants to make right. Humbly, I ask him to lead me in the everlasting way. Have you asked Jesus to reveal to you why is it that you overindulge on sugar? He can show you what your triggers are. Maybe he'll give you eyes to see that when your children melt down at 3 p.m. and you're tempted to melt down too, you turn to chocolate chips rather than to him. You open the refrigerator rather than opening the word. Or perhaps he'll show you that when your spouse isn't showing you love and respect, you run to food to relieve the hurt. Take a moment to consider your food triggers. While I've intentionally focused on the spiritual side of things during this fast, there is a physical side to our love for sugar as well. Physiologically, when you ingest sugar, dopamine floods your body, making you feel happy and hopeful. If you struggle with sadness every day, dopamine feels like a savior. Unfortunately, the happiness quickly returns. and retreats, and the mournful feelings return, spiraling you downward again. The next time you turn to food to relieve your emotional sadness, you need a larger portion to achieve the same result. After a while, the body stops releasing dopamine without the assistance of sugar, or sex, or drugs, or anything else you've trained your body to respond to. That is why sugar is addictive. Your body actually becomes dependent on sugar to complete its natural function and release the feel-good chemical of dopamine. How sad. Another physiological reason people overeat is that many foods have been synthetically engineered and genetically modified to become an addictive substance. While this might not have been the intention of engineers, it has been a direct result of modern chemical innovations. In his book, Wheat Belly, cardiologist and author William Davis tells us that there is actually an addictive ingredient in wheat today that keeps people coming back for more. Here is how he summed it up on his blog. Modern wheat is an opiate. And of course, I don't mean that wheat is an opiate in the sense that you like it so much that you feel you are addicted. Wheat is truly addictive. But the high of wheat is not like the high of heroin, morphine, or oxycodone. This opiate, while it binds to the opiate receptors of the brain, doesn't make us high, it makes us hungry. This is the effect exerted by gliadin, a protein in wheat that was inadvertently altered by geneticists in the 1970s during efforts to increase yield. Just a few shifts in amino acids and gliadin in modern high-yield semi-dwarf wheat became a potent appetite stimulant. Simply put, certain foods can make us hungrier. I'm reminded of the Lay's potato chip slogan that challenged, bet you can't just eat one, or eat just one. This is what we're up against physically as we go to battle spiritually. Food, the very thing God created to satisfy our physical hunger, has been engineered to stimulate it. That's just one more reason why food triggers abound. Ironically, the first group of people I invited to join me for this 40-day sugar fast were actually the same overwhelmed moms in the Facebook group I wrote about earlier. They immediately recognized that their emotional triggers weren't just causing them to get angry with their kids. They were pushing them to run to food to cope with their stress. And the sugar they consumed made them even more emotionally unstable before. Those moms knew they needed a physical detox and a spiritual fast. One woman who joined me for the first fast was my friend Ashirita. I don't want to pronounce her last name because I'm gonna ruin it. A few years later, she published a book called entitled Full: Food, Jesus in the Battle for Satisfaction. In chapter 7 of her book, she focuses solely on food triggers. She begins, it's useful for us to determine what our particular triggers are. And when faced with that trigger, we can make the intentional choice of whether to go to God or go to food. Pinpointing your personal food triggers is one of the most practical and helpful things you can do if you want to learn to turn to Christ when triggered. She suggests keeping a running log of the times you find yourself desperate to put something in your mouth so that you can see the patterns and identify your personal food triggers. Perhaps you'll discover that you are tempted to binge only at night once the kids are finally asleep. Or maybe your triggers appear at work when you're struggling to complete a big project. Once you identify your triggers, you won't be powerless against them. You'll be able to make a plan and choose how to cope with them in a healthy way. As you look back over the past 12 days of your fast, consider when you were most tempted to cave. Was it out of stress or sadness? Did you feel out of control in your parenting, or unattractive or unloved in your most intimate relationship? Ask the Lord to search you and to know you and reveal to you when you're tempted to turn to food instead of to Him. Then take it one step further and come up with a better plan. Commit to recognizing the underlying feelings and take them to the Lord. With His help, you can also build a healthier, holier habit to combat your most triggered moments. And the prayer of the day is, Dear Lord, search me and know my hungry heart today. Try me and know my triggered thoughts. See if there are any unhealthy habits in my eating, in my thinking, and my living, and lead me in the everlasting way. I invite you, Lord, to reveal to me why it is I run to food instead of you. Teach me that you are what I need every time I'm triggered. In Jesus' name, amen. Triggers are interesting. That's a word that I've heard oftentimes, not just because I have, not just because I have read this book multiple times, but also because I realize in therapy, I have a lot of triggers. When you go through trauma, you have a lot of triggers. I have a video that's up right now where I am talking about Christy and Desmond Scott and the announcement of their divorce, and just how traumatic divorce is in general, and especially so when you have to do it in the public eye. And I think something that I've learned to sit with are my triggers. As someone who's walked through a really difficult divorce and had to kind of navigate finding myself again and learning how to be Crystal or this version of myself, triggers are there. You know, I have triggers from trauma. When I was in my early 20s, I was assaulted. And there are certain triggers that I have when it comes to intimacy. I have dealt with verbal abuse. There are certain triggers I have with certain tones of voice or certain words that can be triggering to me. And the thing about triggers is that your body kind of responds in a fight or flight. And it's like, okay, protect and comfort. And so it's either I'm running to something or I'm going to lash out. That's kind of that fight or flight thing. And I can say, you know, as I said in the beginning, that I started turning to food and to sugar to cope because I felt like I was too tired to fight. But the reality or the option that is presented here is that turning to God, turning to faith does not have to be about fighting. It's actually the contrary. It's about leaning. It's about being open and honest. And there's something that's really weird about the human experience where we have a hard time surrendering our feelings. And I think it's because of our human pressures. Our human pressures that make us feel like we have to have it all together all the time. And that's just not true. That's just not true. The pressure that we put on ourselves, the pressure that society puts on us to have it all together all the time, whether you're a young person, whether you are an adult, whether you're a parent, whether you're a spouse, whether you're a boomer, whatever it is, we're humans living a new day each day, never knowing what's coming ahead of us. As prepared as we can be, we have no idea what is ahead of us. And a lot of that can be triggering when something kind of comes out of left field. So whether you're dealing with grief of any sort, the loss of a loved one, the loss of an opportunity, the loss of yourself, when stress hits us, we turn looking for comfort or we lash out or both. And I think sitting with ourselves in the discomfort and, you know, turning to God in prayer about that discomfort can give us, it's like taking vitamins when you really just want to eat candy, but you know that the candy will not offer any help for your situation. And you need to get better. And so the objective is maybe you need to take vitamins or you need to take this nasty medicine and you would rather have a candy bar, but the candy bar is not going to help you feel better. And so like, you know, in full transparency, there are things that have happened over the last year that have made me feel really triggered. And I've been very tempted to turn to sugar. And I did for many of those times. There was a guy that I went out on a date with. Oh my God, y'all. I've talked about him here before, but he triggered me so much because it reminded me of an incident that happened with my ex. And I have reason to believe that this guy is probably bipolar, but he made me feel very physically unsafe. And with that, I was triggered in that moment. Oh my God, I was so triggered. But I've tried to discipline myself to know, like, okay, sit with my feelings, acknowledge them, don't ignore them, because telling yourself like, oh, everything's fine, I'm not feeling this way. You're just lying to yourself at that point, and you're minimizing your feelings and you're training yourself to ignore your feelings. And that's not really the right way. Like, we can sit with them, but we don't have to let them rule us. Like I said a few days ago, you can have emotions, but emotions don't have to have you. And so when that triggered me, I was really proud of myself for not leaning into old habits, because it's not always food. Sometimes it's people. Dealing with loneliness and dealing with, the trigger of whatever could cause your sadness. For me, one of the songs that I wrote that I'm hoping to put on an EP this year is called The Sweetest Sin. And it's about holding on to people that you know are unhealthy for you, because you feel so lonely that you'd rather just settle for half of a connection than for the wholeness of loneliness. And at the end of the day, it's a lot like candy. It's a lot like, that's why I call it the sweetest sin. It's a lot like candy. There's no value there. It doesn't pour into you. It doesn't help you, because that person can't give you what you actually need. It's just a Band-Aid for the moment. It's something to numb the pain for the moment. But on the inside, you know that person cannot care for you the way that you need them to. And so I appreciate day 12 and the devotional from today, because there have been times, even this week, that I was very tempted to pick up sugar, because I have been dealing with sadness. Some of it is very understandable. Some of it just feels like it comes out of nowhere. And I think that's mostly depression, and just trying to navigate what that looks like and how I can care for that while I'm trying to figure out support, from therapy and, getting on medication and all that stuff. But it's that surrender. It's that, acknowledging, hey, I'm struggling. Hey, I need help. I'm not doing well. This hurt my feelings. That disappointed me. This upset me. That made me feel like a failure. That made me feel less than. That made me feel inadequate. That made me naming those things. And then deciding to say, hey, God, this is how I'm feeling. And I really want to self-soothe with this unhealthy habit, but I'm turning to you in prayer and just asking that you help me to know what to do. Because I know if you correct it, then I'll be better for it. I won't be bitter. I won't be bigger. I'll be better. And that's not to say like bigger is a problem. That's not to say like from a weight standpoint. I'm thinking more from a health standpoint, right? Because listen, all shapes and sizes, like that's not a bigger thing in that way, but I'm saying like we make the problem bigger. I'm saying we put ourselves in a position where turning to sugar amplifies the problem at the end of the day. Turning to any other substances and abusing them amplifies the problem. It makes the problem bigger. And so being better requires a sacrifice. It requires surrender. It requires us to be honest with ourselves, to sit in the discomfort, to be patient for the answer. And I don't know about y'all, but I suck at waiting for the answer. I really do. I struggle with that. I won't even say that I suck at it, because I really don't. I don't have any other choice. I quite literally do not know what I'm doing. Quite literally. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what next month looks like, let alone tomorrow. Like, I don't know, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been trying to figure out what is life for the past 3 years. And not just because of my divorce, but because everything is so different. Everything is so between all the people that we lost during the pandemic and how the world has changed, and going from this really rose-colored idea of humanity to becoming an adult and operating in a very broken country, in a very broken world with very broken people. Like, it's enough to make anybody feel weighed down. And it's easy for us to turn to substances to try to cope. But does that make us better? It's like she said, it's temporary, And so I think I'm sitting with this because it's not a quick fix. That's the part that is hard, is that it's not a quick fix. Oh, I'll just say a prayer and instantly I'm better. For some people, that probably happens, and I'm not saying that it's never happened for me. But like, it's that decision. It's like I said yesterday, making a decision. Faith is a resolve. It's a decision that you make. and your feelings just have to catch up to it. So I can decide I'm going to pray about this and ask God to give me wisdom, to heal the hurts, to guide me, to provide for me. And I could still feel freaked out. I could still feel frustrated. I could still feel all the things. But I've decided in my mind I'm going to trust God. And my feelings are just going to have to catch up with that decision. But the important thing is that I'm making space for God to move and to speak, because I'm not turning to something else that can crowd him out. Imagine like going to God and asking for direction because you're feeling lost. You're feeling, if you feel anxious, if you feel frustrated, that's like a check engine light coming on. So your body is indicating to you, hey, there is something going on here. I'm frustrated. I'm this, I'm that, and the other. So imagine like doing that, and then you go and get sugar, or you go and get something that releases dopamine. And now the place that you've created for God, that check engine light, is temporarily off, but you didn't actually solve the issue. And so it's like, are you even waiting or listening for God to respond? That's how I'm looking at it. That's what makes sense to me. Maybe that makes sense to you. So I think the takeaway for today is to just acknowledge what our triggers are so that we can really pinpoint. Like that's really the point. The whole part about the physical detox and spiritual transformation is like, what motivates me to eat when I'm sad? Okay, well, let's look at what's making me sad. Let's start there rather than, okay, I'll eat and I won't be sad anymore until I'm sad the next time. You see what I'm saying? So I hope that was a blessing to you all, and that you were able to get something out of it. For those of you who are doing the fast with me, I hope that you're enjoying it and that you're getting something out of it. I'm definitely learning a lot and just, pushing through. It has not been a cakewalk, pun intended, but yeah, I'm making my way through, making my way downtown. Anyway, sorry. Few housekeeping things before I sign off for the night. As I said, the new round 2 of the boyfriend application is up, so make sure you vote. Voting closes on Monday, so we'll see who is going to have the second date. The first date went really well. I'm going to be posting the video on Bonus View. I'll post a clip so that you all can check it out, and if you want to see the whole thing, you're more than welcome to head over to Bonus View. I have some new long form content that's coming out about dating, marriage, divorce, all the things, with my brother Michael. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun. Our second, so if anybody is in Purpose Over Platform, that's my top membership tier. And that's for people who, that's like the aftercare for starting a platform, right? So next Thursday, I'm going to be doing a Zoom call. I released a video today. For anybody, a lot of people reach out to me and they say, hey, Crystal, I want to pick your brain. I'm really thinking about building a platform. I want to do this social media thing or whatever. I want to help amplify my business. I want to do this, that, and the other. I have a brand I'm building, all of that. How did you build your following? And there's literally so many people. I get asked maybe once a day, how do I do it? How do I do? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get all of y'all together. Whoever wants to join, there'll be a Zoom call. I'll have a question and answer. People will be able to ask me questions. I will answer on camera. It'll be live. It'll be there. And I'm going to give step by step all the things that I did to build a following of over 2 million in less than a couple years. And to just show the impact of the growth on YouTube specifically. I went from 483 subscribers to over 200,000 in under a year. And so just talking about what those steps were, I'm going to be doing that next Thursday. Now, it's one thing to teach people how to build a platform. It's another thing to teach people how to do it without losing themselves in the hustle and bustle of the grind. And it's another thing for people to be able to sustain it without losing their minds. So Purpose Over Platform membership is all about that. And the second session of this month, we have bi-weekly lives where I am teaching the strategies of the things that I've learned to do to keep my head on straight. The next live is going to be on Monday. So if that sounds like something that you could benefit from, learning how to reset, learning how to rest, learning how to keep a positive mindset, but also practical tips that you can apply so that you're not overwhelmed with whatever it is that you're building, and you remember what your purpose is. If that sounds like something that's for you, go ahead and join the Purpose Over Platform membership, and we'll be going live. I have question and answer on Monday as well. There is a downloadable available, all the things, so that's exciting and fun. Anything else? I have some new travel content coming out, so stay tuned for that. I forgot to do my Heelys video. I need to write that down. So I have a pair of Heelys that I showed y'all a while back, some Hello Kitty Heelys. And I have yet to try them on. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Scared. My 35-year-old bones are quaking. Because I'm just like, if I fall, then what? But I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think if I fall. I want to think, what if I'm great at this? You know what I'm saying? What if I kick butt at being on wheels? And it could happen. It can happen. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mama Bear. Thanks, James. Yes, so I got to do that video. I wrote it down, so it's on my radar. I'll probably do it next week. I got to, rest my bones this weekend. And then next week, I'm going to be like, okay, we in the wheels, we in the shoes. I think I'm going to stay in my apartment while I do it, though, because I don't want to do it outside and somebody see it, and you know what I'm saying, just in case. But for right now, plus it's a lot of stuff to grab onto. Maybe I should get a walker. I should get a walk, or like one of them walking canes that people be getting. This is why I should start dating older men, because they got all of the stuff that I might need just in case. They got the Bengay, they got the crutches, they got the ice packs, they got all of the things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking about. Icy hot and the baths with the Epsom salt and all of that. So we'll see what happens with that. But make sure that y'all stay tuned. I did schedule the live this time. Granted, it was an hour before, but I was trying to see if that made a difference. It didn't. But I appreciate y'all for showing up. Tomorrow I'll probably do the live a little bit earlier for West Coast, so that when I hit the road, I can focus on driving and getting back safely and all those things. Listen, you won't go in there, you're going to kill that dance class, okay? I can't wait to see it. You better come back and tell us, yes, hit the dance class. It was lovely. It was wonderful, okay? Sashay. All the things. I love it. I am definitely goofy, for sure. I'm never beating those allegations. Never beating those allegations. As silly as they come. Somebody told me recently, it was like, I'm looking for a serious woman. You got the wrong person. I regret to inform you that you were talking to the wrong lady, because I'm not her. You got to get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear the update about this dance class, honey. Go ahead and dance your heart out. Dance a little bit for me. Do one of these and one of these. Just for me. Nobody has to see it. You could do it in the bathroom if you don't want to. I don't know what kind of dance class it is. You might be going to praise dance. But if you go to praise dance, this can still work. Just like go up a little bit like that. Okay, let me stop playing with y'all on this live, because Lord, I don't have a lick of sense. Not even like a little bit. Sometimes I think maybe I will have some sense one day, but then I just wake up goofy the next day. And God just gonna have to deal with that. I don't know, he made me. That's what I be saying. Like, hey, you made me this way. And people be trying to figure out, like, how do you know God has a sense of humor? Trust me, he got a sense of humor. Oh, thank you. That makes me want to keep going. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. But yeah, all the things. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hopping on this Friday night live with me. I hope that you have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, because we on day 13 of the live stream challenge, where I'm the only one challenging myself. I'm challenging myself. But we on day 13 tomorrow, so I'm gonna be back. But still, if you not here, I'm gonna cry a little bit, just a little though, for like maybe the whole live. But that's okay though, like, cause I miss your presence. But if you're not here and I'm crying, you have a nice weekend. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want me to cry, you come back tomorrow, and then we can crew together. I cry, you crew, we cree together. You see how that comes together? Okay, anyway, let me stop playing with y'all. I love y'all. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.